Hello, hello. It's Vlada here, founder and CEO of ClassTag, and today we have a very exciting topic. We are talking about empowering girls, and something near and dear to my heart, and I'm waiting for folks to start tuning in, and I would love to hear from teachers, educators, school leaders, as well as parents, and really use this opportunity to exchange ideas and opinions about what is really the role that we have. And I'm waiting for Facebook to build up a little bit of an audience, and then we'll start talking about different ideas, what really the roles are in empowering girls for success. And of course, I'm looking forward to sharing some ideas I have about that, what we are seeing and learning from the classrooms, as well as learning from you. So if you're just tuning in to talk about empowering girls for success, please share your name and where you're calling from, and we'll be getting started shortly. Excellent. All right. So I hope I hope everyone can see the video fine. If you're just joining, please let me know your name and say hi. And we are talking about empowering girls for success. All right, so I'm gonna get the music down and get us moving. All right, hope you enjoyed the music. Get a little bit of a beat at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and whatever time zone you're tuning in from. So talking about empowering girls for success, one thing that really comes up a lot is really the idea of diverse interest and talents. And despite making a ton of progress, and thanks for many women before me, many of the current ones, they fought really hard for a lot of the rights and things that we just take for granted today. But there is still a big divide in various opportunities and really empowerment that women have to pursue certain careers and pursue certain interests. And really what I want to talk to you about is how can we work together, educators and parents, to help really unleash girls' potential. And one of the first things is really around diverse skills and interests. The big one here is around various jobs such as plumbing or welding or other sort of manual work. And there is really a strong stereotype still these days that says that these are not the types of careers that girls can pursue. And I would love to hear from you. Have you had such experiences when girls are feeling limited or feeling that they're not getting the right the right for these kind of professions? And actually, what was recently very interesting, I came across a video when to a class of students, I think they were second graders or third graders, and the teacher said, well, we now will have a policeman, a pilot, and a fireman come in and talk to you. And then they asked who the kids were expecting to see, and of course all of them thought that they would be expecting male professionals to show up to meet and greet students. And in fact, they had all women in those traditionally not female professions. And that was really an interesting Okay, so moving on to other things, other interests, right? These days, of course, technology is moving really quickly, and pretty much any industry these days is a technology industry, and I would be the first one to say that I strongly believe in that as the founder of ClassTag and CEO, and as a girl, I strongly believe that women leadership in technology is key, and it's really, really important. And really, it all starts from math, it starts from STEM, and certainly this is a big opportunity that a lot of the nonprofits are focusing on. Girls Who Code, Built by Girls, to name a few. And I know that a lot of schools these days are starting to have certain programs where they have STEM clubs for girls, or robotics and things like that. And it's really, really key to encourage those interests and really make them in a way more accessible. They might need to look nicer. They might to really meet the girls where they're at, but knowing that math is a cool thing and knowing that they can really excel is a big opportunity. And another thing that I recently heard from a friend of mine, she was telling me about her daughter, who is a high schooler, and she really wasn't even thinking about STEM kind of profession, and she highly encouraged her to go to a lecture in the University of Chicago, and it was a STEM lecture led by a very nice lady who's a mechanical engineer. And coming out of that lecture, her daughter came to her and said, absolutely, I've never thought that mechanical engineering can be so attractive, and now I really want to pursue that career. So the clubs, the various other ways to encourage that is really important. And if you're just tuning in, I would love to hear from you. What are some of the STEM initiatives perhaps you have in your school, and how are you encouraging girls' participation and leadership in STEM? All right, so moving on, what I wanted to talk about is really the parents. And of course, talking about parents, not only because I'm a parent, but because we have, as ClassTag, involving parents in their child's education is something we work really hard at, and help teachers in schools turn parents into partners and help them get that that connection and community to maximize the support. And so what research actually suggests is that mothers continue to be the most important role models, and really thinking through, not only their own mothers, but other female role models that you can bring in. And something that I'm certainly very excited about, and I think it's our small contribution to making that possible, is the idea of parent interest that we have, and professions or skills that we've introduced on ClassTag, where parents can provide their interests and skills, and that gives you a great opportunity as an educator to see what those potential role models are, and invite them to join your career day, or invite them in various other opportunities to participate. And of course, this is a great opportunity to, going back to the example I was giving earlier about the policemen, the firemen, and a pilot that were female. I think it's very encouraging to see women pursuing these careers and being successful in these careers. That's certainly a great example that young girls would like to see, to know that it's even an option to pursue. All right, moving on. We are talking about girls' success. And of course, here it's all about various sources of information, right? So we talked about really what we are doing from a skills perspective in introducing girls to STEM. We talked about the role models and the role their own mothers play in their life. Really, one of the other aspects that research highlights is internet and various media sources. And what's really disturbing is there was a recent survey done on the kind of social media, and there was really a disproportionate number of girls of 12 and 13 years old who were saying that they have seen something online that made them nervous about going to school next day. And this is really a big question mark and a big source of concern. Again, I don't know if that's something you guys have seen in your experience. Is it a concern that girls have been expressing? Really, teachers here play an important role on sort of digital literacy, and schools in general helping navigate that content and sort through what is appropriate and what is not. Of course, the role of parents cannot be overstated here. It's very important to work hand in hand to make sure that girls feel safe in the school environment and outside as well. At the end, what I wanted to share with you are a number of fantastic resources, nonprofits that are really driving this agenda. And as we've learned from recent Women March, there is still a lot to be said about empowering girls for success. Of course, empowering all students, but there is some particularity to empowering girls and really opening up their horizons to new opportunities and to different careers that they can pursue. I will go through them quickly, and then I'll link them up in the video so you can take a look. So we have Girls Leadership, Curious Jane Camp, Girls on the Run, the Girls Empowerment Workshop. So those are some of the resources as we were looking at some of the really great ways to encourage girls' success and empower them to look beyond sort of the initial traditional stereotypes. These were some of the resources that were really interesting. All right, so if you are just joining, the other idea that I wanted to share is really organizing some of these activities on ClassTag, and it's completely free. It's super easy to do. You just go to classtag.com. If you are already a user, you just sign in. If you haven't signed up, you can just go and explore and check it out. And you can organize any activities such as book club or mother-daughter meeting or anything that really, or STEM activities, introducing both parents and students to STEM. And those are wonderful opportunities where you can have parents to volunteer. If, let's say, you have some women who have strong technology background or running their technology companies or play technical roles, those are always great to invite and give these opportunities to expand the horizons. Thank you very much. I loved talking to you, and I'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'm looking forward to more comments from you in terms of educators' role in empowering girls for success. Thank you. Bye-bye. Cheers.